So I'm right outside of a 101 freeway underpass, and there are about a dozen or so homeless people that live in the encampments behind me. We're about a mile away from Echo Park, and you see that hand washing station behind me. That was set up when the pandemic started to really help homeless people maintain some of that basic hygiene, especially as a defense against coronavirus. But a homeless man I spoke with says it really hasn't helped at all because it's not maintained regularly, and some of the time it's barely functioning. Take a look. Among the piles of trash stacked high, about a dozen people call this freeway underpass home, including Angel Trejo. He lives here with a few belongings and tries to maintain his personal hygiene.
I'm not at all dirty. I don't like to be dirty. That's not the way Mama raised me.
The 50-year-old from East LA has been homeless for the past 6 years and spent the last year here under the 101 freeway. He served 12 years in prison for robbery and has been trying to turn his life around ever since.
I'm a lot better than what I was. One day I want to become a pastor and try to help the people, especially the youth. I don't want them to see, I don't want them to be in this situation.
This situation means no access to a shower for basic hygiene. He relies on 2 porta potties nearby and this hand washing station, which has no water, a missing soap dispenser on one side, and on the other side,
There's very soap in there, but there's no water. Let's see if you don't put it in every day.
Trejo says it was installed when the pandemic started and maintained regularly by city workers.
They were at one time coming every day. They were cleaning them up, but then all of a sudden they just, I don't know, slacked out.
Trejo says no one has come by for at least 6 days. This is one of over 400 stations rolled out in LA to help curb the spread of coronavirus. But not all stations are in disrepair. Take this one in MacArthur Park, for example, which is well maintained. Others are not. On the opposite end of the park, this hand washing station has water, but no soap.
The reality is there are simply not enough of the hand washing stations, and there are simply not enough toilets or showers or other public health infrastructure for the tens of thousands of people who are living on the streets of Los Angeles.
Shayla Myers is with the Legal Aid Foundation of LA, which helps advocate for the homeless. She says problems with hand washing stations are part of a much bigger issue, a void of public health resources devoted to homeless residents like Trejo. Spectrum News reached out to Mayor Eric Garcetti's office to find out about the discrepancies in servicing hand washing stations, but we haven't heard back yet. In the meantime, Trejo isn't worried about catching coronavirus, but wishes city workers would come by to fix the station and clean up the area.
It does bug me because, it's like they don't care.
Until then, he takes it upon himself to stay clean, just like his mother raised him. So Angel told me he's actually resorted to using his own soap to wash his hands because he just can't rely on this station. Now, I do want to point out that since I spoke with Angel a couple days ago, they have serviced this station. There is running water in it. There's also some of that soap that's still left. But on the other side, that dispenser is still broken, and the days between the service was about 6 days. Back to you.
So Renee, Angel mentioned that it used to be serviced every day, but not anymore. Is there some sort of expectation of how often they're supposed to be maintained?
So during a press conference back on August 5th, Mayor Eric Garcetti actually addressed this issue. He said that during the pandemic, servicing these stations has been a problem, and they were doing it about once a week, but then the city ramped it up to daily. But as you can see from my story, that's not always the case with all of the stations. And I did reach out to his office to find out why there is that discrepancy, but I haven't heard back yet.